guys, I Suspect here. So today I'm bringing you episode 2 of my Canoning tutorial series, and in this episode we're going to be going over the hybrid Canon and scatter Canon and their timings and the concepts and such. So as you can see, my chunks aren't loading very well, and yeah, we're going to get into the episode right now. Alright, so we are back, and as you can see I've set up a Canon, but it's actually not finished. It just has the propulsion and that's about it, and we're gonna have a button. So so if you're wondering what like these components are, you could probably tell that this is the propulsion and this is the TNT that gets shot out. But this is now gonna be called the scatter because we're gonna make it scatter. So actually it won't dispense 4 pieces of TNT. It will dispense like 4 times 7, I believe, because we're gonna make like a short clock with the comparator like this. How should I do this? Like that. Alright, now. Yeah, so if you don't know, comparators can pretty much make a clock. No. It has to be like that, I think. Nope. Yeah, it's a bit weird how it's supposed to be wired, but let's try that. Yeah, as you can see, it went off multiple times. So yeah, we're gonna be using this concept to make the scatter go off to make this scatter. It basically does a lot more damage at once, so just to let you know. And if this sand thing, you may be wondering what it is. It's the hybrid sand, or the stacking sand, whatever you like to call it. So pretty much, if you don't know, if sand gets shot and there's, I'm just gonna demonstrate it. It's probably the easiest way. There's a car passing by my house, so just mind that. So as you can see, if we do this, the TNT will not blow up. As you can, yeah, the TNT did not blow up, so blow up the sand. So now we're gonna put a piece of sand on top of it and see what happens. As you can see, since the sand is on top of it, it blew up the sand. So, which is, whoa, it's so trippy. But so the idea is the TNT is now not in water, it's now in the sand. As you can see, it's not in the water, it's in the sand, which is a full block. So people have thought of ways to implement this into cannons. So pretty much the idea is that it shoots sand out of the barrel with the scatter, and it makes a massive, and it blows up in water. So pretty neato. So I'm gonna teach you how to wire this. So I'm gonna first teach you how to wire this the sand component. Alright. Let's just put a piece of water on that. That should be fine, though a bit messy. So so actually it varies from Canon to Canon, so we're just gonna load all that. So basically you want this sand component to push the sand in right when that TNT explodes, the propulsion TNT explodes. So or it could be like 1 or 2 ticks before, but it must be an entity block. Well, it must be falling sand when this propulsion goes off. So that's where we're aiming for. In this Canon, I bet it's around probably roughly 9 repeaters, so 9 or 10. Normally varies. So as you can see, we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright. There we go, and then it probably should work. As you can see, I think it was a bit late. Nope, it wasn't. Just gonna make this easier to view. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I put a barrel on it so we can get a more straight trajectory. And we're just gonna make this little trench here. Alright, so yeah, that worked fine. So as you probably could tell, the sand was, well, yeah, it was falling sand while it was being shot, so that's why it worked. And as you could probably tell, it was about to hit the slab, which we don't want to do. So we can adjust the timings, and it'll hopefully not get us close to the slabs. As you can see, it didn't really get close at all to the slabs, so it doesn't really affect much, but it's probably better if you're gonna adjust timings. So as you can see, we are stacking sand here. So the idea is that on water walls you have to stack sand up to where the Y, if you were to stand at the top of your barrel, like your head was set to be at the top of your barrel at Y58, that's where you should hybrid if the sand is at Y58. So currently the sand is at Y55, so we need to stack 3 more pieces of sand in order to get this working. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Just keep repeating the process. As you can see, it's at Y56. So now it's just like a repeating process. It's not that complicated. Now we're at Y57, and then we should be ready to hybrid after this shot. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you how to wire the scatter up. So, might need to go over something. So, the scatter is a little bit different from wiring TNT without scatter, so without the comparator. Why it's different is because if you didn't realize, it took longer. Let me just put that circuit back in. So as you can see, it went off for like a second or 2 seconds. So, but without it, it went off for like less than like 0.5 seconds. So, what I'm trying to get at is that so we're just gonna wire this up. Yeah, if you're wondering why this is too wide, it's just for fun, really. It can be as wide as 6. I think this could be as wide as 6 blocks actually, but the TNT actually has to be over here. Wait, no. Yeah, it could be as wide as 6 blocks on Leon's, but on this cannon probably 4 or something like that. I'm not sure, but be aware that the farther you put it away from the propulsion, like if you were to put the scatter right here, it would shoot. It wouldn't shoot as far because it's not getting as much propulsion. Alright, so now we're gonna wire the scatter as I said 10 minutes ago. So we're just gonna put the comparator here. Make sure to put it on subtract mode, otherwise it won't scatter. So for this, I'm not sure. So probably put the timings more than the propulsion. So we're just gonna start off with like this or something like that. with 2 repeaters on full delay. Gonna disable the sand stacking component, and it should shoot fine. Yeah, as you can see, it makes multiple shots, and as you can see, it blew up the top a bit because I didn't water the corners, which I'll do right now. There we go. So yeah, just gonna show you that again. As you can see, it just makes multiple explosions. That was definitely more than 4 explosions, so they're just gonna keep adding delay. I'm just gonna add 2 more because it looked like it could use 2 more. And then we could add 5 and see how that does. Yeah, reason for me doing this on camera is I want to teach you guys how to, not only how to build the cannon, but how to use the cannons and build it on your own, which some people can't really do. Yeah, as you can see, I think that might be the maximum. Let me see. You have to sort of watch carefully at the TNT and the scatter. Yeah, it's probably about the maximum. So, I'm just gonna repeat myself. So, when you're not scattering, I think the minimum and maximum are different, and then when you are scattering, the minimum and maximum delay is, I think it's in a lower range. So now we're gonna try in hybrid. We turn on the hybrid component, then we press it off. As you can see, it didn't look like the TNT was in the sand, but it actually was. For some reason the TNT just goes above the sand after a bit, but no. As you can see, we did break a hole in this wall, so we have succeeded, obviously. So yeah, obviously try this out on your own, because it's good to, it helps you learn better, I guess, because people just watch videos and then don't do anything for some reason. So yeah, try this on your own. It's will probably benefit you, make you a better cannoner. You will understand the concepts better and such and such. So yeah, I think that'll pretty much be the episode. I might have to do a little bit of editing. So what else haven't I gone over? Yeah, so it's a simple cannon as propulsion. You probably know how that works. It just powers this up and then fires the stuff. I explained this all in my first episode, so if you haven't watched that, watch that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.